What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Attila and Zay video. If you guys missed our last video, which was our challenge video on Saturday, we kind of mentioned in that video that we had missed uploading our two videos last week, which was our Saturday challenge video, I believe, and our Tuesday regular upload. And the reason behind that was because we got COVID-19. Believe it or not, we actually got the disease.
Dun dun dun!
And in this video, we're going to be going over all our symptoms, and we're going to be kind of explaining to you guys what we experienced during this whole time. And yeah.
So the symptoms of COVID-19 on the Government of Canada website are cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, temperature equal to or over 38 degrees Celsius, feeling fever, chills, fatigue or weakness, muscle or body aches, new loss of smell and taste, headache, gastrointestinal symptoms like abdominal pain, diarrhea, vomiting, and feeling very unwell. I can speak for myself and say I literally felt every single one of these symptoms except diarrhea. That's the only thing I didn't have, but every single thing I felt. And the one that was like, oh no, like we have COVID, we need to go get tested, was when I lost my smell and taste. That's when I knew that it was COVID related, because that's one of the main symptoms, and we just went and got tested the next day. So when I got sick, I had gotten sick on December 8th, which was the Tuesday. I started getting a headache at work, and I didn't go to work the next day, and I let my boss know and all of that. We got in contact with people that we were around and let them know that we were getting tested and that we were sick. I got like really sick, extremely sick, felt every single one of those symptoms. Attila got sick as well. He got sick a day or two after I did, because we spend a lot of time together. Obviously we're together every second, so if I get sick, he's gonna get sick.
Yeah.
And his symptoms were a bit more mild, and he didn't feel every single symptom. I'll let him explain what he felt.
Right after I had my first symptom, which was a headache, I woke up with a headache and kind of body aches in the morning, and my eyes were kind of hurting. So like my eyes started hurting, and I couldn't really look left or right without it being like a dull kind of pain. And I left my house that day right away, and I came to Zay's house because she was already sick, and I know I had the same thing she did because she had the same symptoms as I did. And basically, yeah, that's when it all started, and we got tested like Zay said. Our test results came back positive a couple days later. Yeah,
we'll put a screenshot of what it looks like in the video, and it took like probably 4 days to get our results after getting our test. And we don't know, like, we think we know where we got it. We think it's from one of my family members who was sick a month ago, and they thought they just had a cold, honestly. And like, COVID does take up to 2 weeks from being exposed to start feeling symptoms. So we think we know where we got it, but we're not 100% sure of that. But we got tested like a day or two after we realized that we were really sick and we were feeling the symptoms of COVID. The major thing was like losing our smell and our taste. Like that's like the number one sign. We're just like, okay, we definitely like need to go get tested. And in Canada, or at least in Ontario, in Windsor, it takes like 2 days to go and get tested, because you can't just walk in. You have to book an appointment. We had to wait 2 days to get tested, and then it took 4 days to get our results. But we did stay in quarantine most of that time, and we tried not to go out. We tried not to go anywhere because we knew we were sick. We did social distance if we did go out before getting our results. I think we went out only one time after getting tested and before getting our results. We wore our masks, we hand sanitized, everything. Other than that, we were just at home, and we have been quarantining. We have not left our house, and we just want to thank everybody in our life who's like been so supportive. Everyone's been checking up, calling, messaging, bringing like food and gifts and all of that, and we really appreciate it. And like, we obviously are like, we don't have any underlying health issues. We're two healthy young adults, and we still got like very sick, but not obviously not fatal like it is for some people. Yeah. Even though it is a small percentage of people that do pass away from COVID, you can pass away from COVID if you have underlying symptoms.
It's not really about like us who are healthy people. It's more about going out and spreading it to the people who will not survive the disease, for example.
Yeah.
Like I would say I was not really that sick from COVID. I mean, I was sick, but like it was more like a cold / a mild flu for me. But obviously if someone else got it who has underlying conditions, who's a little bit older, who knows, like, you know, might have been a lot worse for them. So it's more about, not about like young healthy people like us, it's more about like other people, like our parents, for example.
Yeah, and we're putting this video out for everybody just to like kind of give you an idea of like what it was like and what we went through, and to kind of look out for these same things just in case you think you have it or whatever. Just be safe out there.
Yeah. And I guess, like as Zay was saying before, the whole time through this pandemic, anytime we went to the grocery store, we wore our masks. Anytime we went everywhere, like came home from anywhere, we washed our hands, hand sanitized everywhere.
Yeah.
And we still ended up getting it, obviously. So it's possible. It's very contagious disease.
It's a very contagious disease. Yeah.
And just be careful out there and take care of your health.
Yeah. It's very hard to kind of backtrack and trace where you got it from. And obviously, like this, some people are asymptomatic. You could have been around somebody we could have been around somebody who's sick and didn't even know that they were sick, and we got it, and we both got it. We're both the same age. We're not the same age, but
close,
we're like basically the same age, and we were both healthy people. We both like exercise, eat right, all of that, and we both felt two different, completely like forms of it. Like I was like so sick, I lost a couple pounds from not eating, vomiting, like all of that, and like Attila had like minor symptoms.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy how it affects everybody differently, and obviously it is fatal to some people, mostly the older generation, but even some young kids.
Yeah. My symptoms were basically body aches. After a while, it was like just a feeling of unwellness and body aches. It was nothing crazy. They had a very, very, very severe and crazy cough.
Yeah.
To the point where we would sleep at night, or we would not sleep at night, because she would have a cough for 3 days straight so bad that we couldn't sleep.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep, and like the shortness of breath was like I couldn't take one full breath without coughing my lungs out. And it's winter here in Windsor right now, obviously. There's like snow outside. If I were to go outside to bring the garbage out, I would like lose my breath. It would like knock the breath out of me, and I would have to run back inside and like catch my breath again. Yeah. So like that part, like the breathing, the lung implications, all of that is very serious.
Yeah. And it's kind of scary as well, because you hear a lot about it on the news that you may have long-term effects, like, you know, even though I didn't get too sick, I didn't have the cough or any of that stuff, no shortness of breath, you still have that in your mind where what if you do have some long-term health implications? Like what if you go to the gym after this and, you know, you can't perform the same way you used to before? Like you hear that on the news all the time, like NFL players who are like super well conditioned, they got this disease and now they can't even walk and get up and do stuff they would have easily been able to do before.
Yeah.
So.
Because it's something that's unknown and all of that, but the vaccine's coming out soon, and I'm definitely gonna get it. I don't know about you,
I'll be also getting it at some point.
We've already built antibodies, but the antibodies are not gonna be there forever, and we're gonna get the vaccine to protect not only ourselves, but mostly people around us, people that we care about, and all of that.
And I think that's very important to emphasize. It's not about you.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of young people are gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna get sick, or I'm just gonna get a little sick. And sure, that might be true, but like we were saying before, it's not about that. It's not about you. It's about someone who will be very sick or might die from the disease.
Yeah. And we just want to say that today is literally our last day of quarantine, and we're so happy to be out of it because we love spending time together, but being cooped up inside and not being able to leave the house is no fun. You can only watch so many Attila and Zay videos and YouTube videos, Netflix, all of that.
Yeah, we literally watched Family Guy and Netflix for a week straight and different shows.
Yeah,
and it
we're
just
like so
it was, we were in bed the whole time, like on the couch the whole time.
Yeah.
And it definitely got old quick because, we're used to being busy and doing things, I mean.
I just want to say that from the point of like getting sick to feeling a lot better took me a full week. It took you like probably 5 days, 4 or 5 days. Took me a full week, took him 4 or 5 days, but now we're about 2 weeks in, 2.5 weeks in, and we both feel perfectly fine. I still have a little bit of a cough, but it's not as bad as it was.
Yeah.
And
for me also, like Zay lost her taste and her smell after a couple days after getting sick, and I also lost my taste and smell like maybe 3 to 4 days after I was already like began my symptoms. And that was such a depressing time because I love eating and stuff. Like when I say you lose your smell and your taste, it's literally zero smell and zero taste. Like I would take a shower and I would try and smell the body wash in my hand like real close, and I could not smell anything whatsoever. And you can't taste any of the foods you're eating. And that was just such a bad time.
Yeah, it's like you don't even want to eat because you can't taste anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's like you literally cannot smell or taste anything. I had a tea in my nose that's usually very like potent, and I was like sniffing it so hard, and I couldn't smell it, and I knew it was the same day that we were gonna go get tested. I was like, I can't smell anything. I was like, we need to go get tested right now.
Yeah. Yeah, something I would suggest to everybody, if you are sick, especially this season, you know, you're bound to be sick, you got the flu, you got everything else, don't just assume that it's just a cold or just a flu. You kind of have to be a little bit more careful nowadays, especially obviously with COVID going on. It's so easy to catch. It's such a, what's it called?
Contagious.
Such a contagious disease that, you know, you can't just assume that you have a cold and you still go with your friends, you still hang out with your family, everybody else, because, you know, get tested and make sure it's not COVID first, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the whole time since we've had our YouTube channel, guys, I think we only missed one Tuesday because we've been uploading for like
6 months.
6 months now.
Yeah.
And we've only been doing 1 day a week, and we've been pretty consistent without missing a day. I think we might have missed 1 or 2 days at most, and that was pretty sad to miss like 2 days now, because now we're kind of committing to uploading 2 days a week, which would be the Saturday challenge videos and our regular upload day, which is Tuesday. But yeah, it's pretty sad that we missed that, but hopefully going forward we're not gonna get sick anymore and we're not gonna miss any more days.
We're gonna try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are committed to doing these uploads, and I hope you guys are enjoying them. I know it's hard, especially now, and we do want to be a travel channel, but obviously you guys know it's hard to travel. We've said it before many times. But yeah, we're doing our best, and we're gonna keep doing our best, and as soon as we're able to travel, we're going to be traveling again, and we're planning behind the scenes all the time where we're gonna be going and what we're gonna be doing, and we will be going back to traveling as soon as we're able to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That was our experience. We hope you guys learned something from this video. Just watch your symptoms, monitor, watch who you're around, and obviously just stay safe out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you guys in the next video.